More confidently, we must continue to pay close attention to everything that is happening around us. When I say everything, I mean everything that is happening around us. And that is one of the most important things we should look out for, because at the end of the day, the failures that would be recorded if any mistake is allowed or is tolerated, this is something that one ought to look and tell ourselves the truth. We have submitted a great number of evidences against those who decided to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the middle of the night, knowing fully well that he has done nothing to deserve the crimes being committed against him. But one thing is certain, it is done and it is done. We must put ourselves in that order where we should again feel the need to collectively expose what must be exposed. Yes, evidence have been collected from Kenya, different parts of the country, from the point of take-up to the point of landing. It has to be the way it is. And that's one engagement each and every one of us must look into. We can't undermine ourselves. No matter what happens, we can't undermine ourselves. We must continue to push forward, because at the end of the day, what matters more is that a nation called Biafra must be actualized. A nation called Biafra must be actualized. So, as we push forward to that very point, we should equally learn the most important things, which is helping ourselves and not allowing the enemies to divide our brothers. And that's just the biggest truth. We must put ourselves together, communicate together, and won't allow anybody or anyone bully us, no matter who the person is. So once evidence is done and is approved, then ESN will have every support they wish to get. That's the possible point where we all must look at ourselves and again communicate in that order. Biafra has come to stay, and that is the biggest news.
Why one must see and learn and understand the greatest gift that we have as a people. So, as we continue to make ourselves to be more noticeable, and continue to make ourselves more predominantly acquitted in every means, we must stay guided and never allow ourselves to be used in whatsoever way. And that's just the biggest truth. So whatever way we try to convince ourselves that it is not possible, we ought to convince ourselves, because along the line, it must go as planned. That's just the biggest truth. It must go as planned. So now that we have every means to spread what is now given to us, what is now left for us, we must equally understand that the motive to see ourselves in a big light and must connect ourselves to that possible means where we would theoretically say that it is time to have a nation of our own. And that's just the truth. So as we continue to ride in that possible means, we could now feasibly see that it is time for us to consider the biggest victory. And that's just the fact. That is just the fact. Biafra has come to face. And that is where we have to fix it all. You understand? We must consider ourselves more victorious that we have now gotten to that very end. We should now consider that Biafra should be seen as the things of the future and things of now.